Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy health habits. We're happy to have these habits because it makes our life better. Jane made it. Yeah. All right. Deb, Roxy, we have our regulars. We got everybody say hi to Sherry. Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Sherry's from our Carrie and I have a Friday group where we work on our brain and our amygdala and calming our brains down. And so Sherry is from that group, and Rebecca was there too. I hope. Oh, I want to invite Rebecca again. I didn't do that. But anyways, Elaine is here on the phone. Let's see, Shaw.
It's Paulina Shaw.
Oh, Paulina.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sandy. Awesome. Welcome everybody. Habits of Health. So let's let me just quickly introduce here. Congratulate yourself, everyone, because you are loving yourself enough to be here today. We're going to take a quick moment to just kind of calm down, let the world go, and take a minute to take some breaths, which Jim talked about also. The power of breathing. We are on the right bus with the right people doing the right thing, integrating our lives, integrate information in integration. So we are in the process of integrating our heads and our hearts and our minds and our bodies. And right, so we can get the get our mental health. Well, our brain is our brain health and mental health is essential for all things, right? So let's take some breaths and be thinking about why you're really here and your word for the year. All right.
What? You want me to take it away there for a minute?
Sure, just give us a minute of breath and just focus.
Yeah, so I learned another new one I've been on with Jim Quick with all his brain training. And he suggested doing cross crawls. So if you can, while seated, elbow to knee, just a few times, elbow to knee. Even if they don't touch, just lift. And right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. So you're going to go diagonal. And that's working both sides of our brain. And here's a fun one he did. It was called, I don't know if he called it face yoga or something, but like Amy's doing. So cross your hands and just touch your earlobe and touch your earlobe. And take a deep breath. If you were standing, you would rise. And as you exhale, squat down. But you can just do it in your chair. Just expand your rib cage and scrunch down. Big breath in. Long breath out. See, I just did 3 of each of those, but the working both sides of the brain is for the integration. So now we have our logical brain and our creative brain, our mechanical and our feelings working together. And that will probably bring you all closer to why you are really here. It's always an emotional reason.
Balancing the brain, right to left, balancing the brain. Here's the one I love from today. Everybody put your fingers together like this. Okay, right, and put your hands up. Now, look at the tips of your finger. We just did this one today. Look at the tips of your finger and make a figure 8 sideways like an infinity symbol.
Really slow, really slow.
And follow your fingertips. And this is balancing your right and your left brain so that your amygdala is calmed down. So your Amy can make better choices. And you can hear Dr. Amy in your head.
and this is interesting because
I love that.
It does the both sides of the brain, but your eyes are actually accessing the part of your brain that's creative or logical.
Yep.
So without moving your head, try to hold your head still, but just your hand is going to move and your eye is following. Think about really slow.
Brain balancing, right and left. I'm very much a left.
So much good stuff, right?
Thank you, Carrie.
Big
And
exhale.
I love this too, guys. Anything you do crossways is balancing the brain too. When you cross your body, it's balancing the brain. When you walk, your arms go like this, right? So it's brain balance. So anything crossways you can do is a great brain exercise. So much we're learning from Jim Quick, the brain health guy.
Yeah. So right hand on left shoulder, left hand on right shoulder, big squeeze, big
Yep,
hug. You're in the right place.
that's also a crossbody thing, right, Carrie? So
That's why I said it. Yeah.
absolutely. Yep.
All good.
Be thinking of your word for the year, and remember, there is hope for wholeness, especially over 40. And if I took a photo of most of our clients and my friends, and it's like we're all 40 something, just trying to come home to ourselves again, and right, get right with the world, get right with ourselves, and so we're going to celebrate some wins. We have a long laundry list of things to do. And celebrating is one of them, and then shoring up the potholes is another. And then remembering, always just be thinking about all 4 components plug in. Are all your prongs plugged in, or are you disconnected in some way, right? Make sure your prongs are all plugged in. Are you doing your coach calls? Are you doing maybe a 5 minutes in the life book? Have you got one video, 5 and 1 for the brain? Is real important. You got your community, what you're doing now, or your Monday nights, or and then you got your healthy nutrition and hydration. So whatever your plan is, gang, always work the plan, or the golden arches will suck you right in. Right?
Yes.
So let us go to what is next. Okay, announcements. Woo, so much. The Limitless Learner, still, this is the last day if you want to pop in for free. It's just, go to that link and look at the rest of the day. I can't remember what the agenda is. If you want to, what the rest of
Yeah,
the
he's working on speed reading today, and then in the afternoon. So like right after this class with you, we can probably go to him and learn about reading comprehension. So reading faster, but learning more.
Yep. And then they did emotional freedom technique, which Kate did for our craving exercise. Remember the emotional freedom, the tapping for the emotional cravings? Remember that? They did that today. They had a huge session about that today. So it's great for your brain, guys. It retrains your brain. And if Jim Quick is promoting it, it's true. It's science, right?
Yeah, they just finished that section, and I got up there, but Jim goes to Jessica Ortner to get sessions before he has to do speaking.
Wow.
But it's all about clearing away limiting beliefs. Again, it goes into that emotional aspect, and Dr. A talks about this too, the icky sauce, our unresolved stuff inside. It creeps up and it tells our story in our head, which usually isn't true. Like, I'm not good enough, or I can't do that, or I've never been smart enough. And I'm always fat, or I'm big bone. We say all these things, a story, but its story is to cover something. So the tapping helps release that until you get relief, and it's an emotional freedom technique. And that leads right into Kate's got 2 craving dates set up for you guys to conquer your next kryptonite.
Yay.
And we will share those links with you.
Yay. Yeah, I've got the links in the chat. We're going to send out an email about it, but we've got more Conquer Cravings. If you have another one, Deb, go ahead and bring your other food. If you have another kryptonite food, bring another one. I know Sharon, you shared with me, if you can come off mute, that'd be great. But Sharon shared with me, she still hasn't opened up her jar of Fisher peanuts.
Yay, good.
And that's been since what, May? June? Something like that?
June something, yeah.
June something? So
I haven't bought, most important, I haven't bought any.
you haven't bought
Yeah,
any.
there you go.
Wow,
But you didn't feel the need to.
No,
And along with that, Kate, she didn't, I think I mentioned it last week. She has not had a Coke since we've been back in Ecuador. It was before it was a need. She had to have it. So anyway, I put in the link. There are 2 dates. It'll be next Monday evening, August 12th. We're having it at 7:30, so it's right after the community time. So if you have your fueling, go into the community time. And as soon as that's over, if you're signed up, you can come in. This is time registration only. And then trying to change up days and times. Following week, August 22nd is a Thursday at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And if you absolutely want to do it, but these aren't your dates, then tell us. And then in September, we can have a different day, different time of day of the week, time of day.
Yeah.
And use the code to get the discount because you heard about it here.
Okay.
Yes, and there is going to be a community celebration again where everyone gets on a community Zoom, like everyone through Optimal Life is going to be on a, community Zoom. And I thought that was the 12th as well on Monday, but now I'm not seeing the date of it. I'm not seeing the time of it.
It's on a Tuesday, and I don't
It's on
remember
a
the date either.
Okay.
So
Well,
it'll be the 13th.
stay tuned for that. So I'm not quite sure about that, but anyways, and that's where Deb, you told your story last time, and so they're gonna try a new date and time. So yeah, hop into the craving thing. And then I had a gal who she recruited a bunch of her friends to get healthy with her and start walking. So I started a 4-week addictive foods little challenge that I put out. And if you guys want to, you can jump into that as well. Sharon invited a bunch of her guests and besties, of course, as usual. And it's just say no to, I'll put the graphic in there for you. It's just say no to, oh boy, hold on. Did I lose you guys? Am I still there?
You're still there. Yeah.
Okay. Now I lost you. I can't see you. Wonder what
That's
happened.
okay.
I can see
Anyways.
you.
Anyways, I don't know where I can't see you. You guys went away. So, there we go. So I'll put in the graphic there, but you're welcome to join us for that. If it's just a note of, it's great. It's a great way to bring friends to the table because it's not about buying anything or being on a diet or, you don't have, it's just, here it is. It's right here. No sugar, no candy, no white bread, no ice cream, no fast food. So there's 9 things. So I'm having everyone score themselves. Could they get a 9 in the day or could they get an 8 or a 7? So we're scoring ourselves on that. So, but if you're on your plan and working your plan, great. If you want to invite someone, wonderful. Sharon, as usual, has a bunch of people join in. All right. Anything else I've left out as far as announcements? That will be all of August. And then September 2nd will be a Habits of Health challenge. So put that on your calendar. It'll be a 30-day. Count your points every day. How many healthy habits did you get? So something to look forward to. Okay. And after school starts again, Synergy. So just Synergy was coach training. I don't know, Sharon, you went. Did anyone else go to Synergy? Carrie went to Synergy. Yep. Kathy, did you go?
Well, I
Yeah,
listened to,
Boston.
I didn't realize it was for coaching. And so I turned it on, but then I didn't listen all that long, but I had a lot going on anyway, but
Yeah.
I listened to part of it.
Yeah, that's okay. It's totally okay.
Oh, you should have stayed on. It was so good.
Totally open to everyone. The thing I love about a couple takeaways from that, and if you have any, Sharon, please share also. But Dave Blanchard was on talking about if you're anybody ever resistant to a healthy habit, you're resistant to something that's good for you. Yeah.
Yes.
If you're resistant to it, he pointed out that it's just actually there's something in your brain that's giving that there was a painful emotion around that. So at some point there was some sort of pain that it's pricking. And so again, as part of this emotional freedom technique to get rid of or identify what is that painful moment, what was, what is it about that has the icky sauce, so to speak. And then get through it, identify it, and just know that it's in the past and get through the drama triangle stuff, those messages we run. He talked about his fat closet. You know how you have all your sizes in your closet and you won't get rid of them? His fat closet. He said, I have a fat brain. He said, I decided I got rid of my fat brain and let go of all my fat clothes in my fat closet.
And it was hard. And he said it's been like that for a long time. And
And
he
you guys,
revealed part of his why.
what is he? He's like
That it was like that.
75. He's
Yeah.
yeah, he's like
Yeah. And P.S. all the the brain training and the EFT works amazing along with that because, again, it's emotional. There's an
Yes,
emotional
all emotional.
attachment, whether
Raise your
you know
hand if
what
you've
it
had
is
a
or
hard
not.
time throwing out things and clothes and things, right? Raise your hand.
Horrible, horrible.
It's all
No problem.
emotional. It's all
I
emotional.
know it is. I know it is. I know it is.
Kate and Carrie had to literally hold my hands and we took out like 20 bags of all my old fat clothes, right? All my fat closet, fat brain was going out the door and it was woo, scary, right? But they held my hand and we did it. So just embrace that and get through it and you embrace it. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
The inner child needs to get through that. So he talked about getting through that to equanimity. Remember the word equanimity? It means peace of mind. So always making sure that our choices provide peace of mind to us at the end. So that's one of my takeaways that I really liked. And remember, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Fear is just nothing. Fear is just trash, right? False evidence appearing real. One last thing, Simon Sinek. If you've never heard of Simon Sinek, Google him, follow him. He is the bomb, but he always talks about it's not what you do. It's not what you do ever. People don't buy what you do. They don't want to know what you do. They want to know why you do it.
Yeah.
Why? It all boils down to why. So why are we doing this? Because we know it helps each other, right? What are we doing is technical. But does that make sense? He's great.
Yeah.
People don't buy your what.
Yeah, and it's not like we're selling or pushing products here. It the whole thing, like Kathy, I just want to say I'm not a coach. And I got on there and I have 11 pages of notes. Like one of the guys said, "Did you know you were coming to a personal development course?" And I'm like, "Well, I should hope so." That's what I signed up for. But yeah, it's just the information. So personal growth.
Well, I got in there like towards the, I think a couple hours had already gone. And
Sure.
so I got more into the coaching part. So that first part.
Yeah, they mixed it all in.
Yeah. Did you see that Jane Ann was also on that?
Jane Ann,
I think she put that in the comments.
Oh,
No,
was
I
she
haven't
on
seen.
Synergy? What'd you get, Jane Ann? Did you have a Synergy?
Oh, yeah.
takeaway?
Do you want to share?
I thought it was interesting to hear people's stories of how they had changed.
Yes. Yes. Oh, they were some amazing transformations on there, wasn't there?
It was recorded, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just have to
Yeah,
figure out.
Amy does have those.
And the one thing that came up too was Strengths Finder, in terms of coaching, but anyone heard of Strengths Finder 101 or Strengths Finder 2.0? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is something, it doesn't matter if you're in business, you're a business owner, entrepreneur, or you are a CEO of your own life. You are CEO of your life, guys. Okay. Take the Strengths Finder test online. There's a freebie. I printed out a sample form. The result, it's literally like a book of results. And it's wonderful. I used to do this with employees, right? And staff and team, like Margot, we had a team of chiropractors.
Yeah.
We all did strengths finders, and it's so important to know what your top strengths are this reminded me to tell you guys to take this test for yourself, because your strengths will always be your strong places. So always work on getting better at your strengths and you'll get even better at them. But if you keep working on your weaknesses, you're only going to be a certain degree if you work to get better at your weakness, you're only going to be a little bit better in terms of your level of suckiness. So you're always going to suck at that weakness. It's just a matter of, you might've gotten a little better at it. You know what I mean? But if you sharpen the saw on your strengths, you're going to fly, baby. It's going to be like, right? So you want to know what those are and use them. One of my strengths is connectedness. One of my strengths is harmony. So this whole group is my strength, right? Connectedness, groups. That's one of my number one thing. Achiever is another one of mine, right? I'm a driver. I'm a go, right? So you got to know them and use them and work with them, because otherwise you're working against your own nature, right? You don't want to work against your nature and go uphill and work on the hard stuff, because it's always going to be hard. Okay. Go with the easy. and then it'll get easier and more funner. And I'm having more fun as we go along and more people come, right? More funner.
More funner. Is that why you have your cheetah hat on? Are you
Has
a cheetah?
anybody else done their Strengths Finder test before? Did anybody know theirs?
I never heard of it. This is the best thing I've heard. And this is the star of the day. I already put a big star by this part. This is a star. Work on your strength.
Yes.
Keep working on your weaknesses, but you never think of that. You never think of doing that. You always think of I'm so horrible here, and if I were only better there, and if I could, everyone would love me if I did this thing better. And it's that this really freed me. This brings me to
Think of
tears.
it as this, Betty. You're not working against yourself. You're not changing who you are.
Yeah.
And you're not expending as much energy. If you already have a strength, work on that. Just make it stronger,
Yeah.
polish it, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to work on the others too. But especially as a team, somebody has the strength in, they're really good at technology. Margot loves to look at little words of wisdom, and somebody loves to take notes, and somebody else loves to read somebody else's notes, and somebody makes graphics, and but everybody has their strength.
Yes.
And we want to celebrate that.
But you know what's interesting is when I did the strengths test way back when, I looked at it ahead and saw what all the different ones were. And I picked out what I believed were my top 5 strengths. I was none of them. I was none of them. My strengths were adaptability, self-assurance, activator, maximizer, and strategic. And I am every one of those to a T.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
And
but the ones I thought I wasn't.
Yeah. We do that. We pick out who we want to be, right, Margot? We pick out who we think we should be, right?
Yeah.
And
mine were like the joy and connectedness. Those are the things I thought I was. Now I was straightening, boom, boom, boom.
Not true to your nature. And the closer you live truer to your nature, Margot, are you happier or are you sadder?
Oh, I'm far better. Once I saw it, I went, yeah, that really is who I am.
Yeah.
And it made me so much more comfortable when I was taking on projects and doing things, because it just went, yeah, that's my adaptability part. Don't be afraid of it. I can adapt to it.
Yeah, don't
be afraid of it. If I think it through, if I'm strategic with it, it will work.
Embrace it.
And totally embrace it. And it's made a huge difference all these years.
Sherry, what do you have to say? Have you done it?
No, I haven't. I was wanting to see how I could get a link to the free test.
Jane just put it in the chat. It's in the chat box.
All right.
And when you click on it, it'll take you outside of this room. But click on it before we leave.
Back in the day, they didn't have this computer, this online thing, and Margot and I did it the old-fashioned way. But now there's this humongous report that comes. So
can you share that also in the groups, please? The link.
That?
Can you share the link in the group? So because here I don't know how to access.
Okay.
Oh, you mean in the chat group?
Yeah, in the chat groups.
Okay. Yeah, sure, Carrie, if you can, that would be great. So and then Carrie, do you know your strengths?
No, I actually haven't taken it because it comes with the book, but someone gave me the book, so it gives you a passcode to go in there. But now that I see there's a free one, because you have to pay for it to get it with the book. But someone gave me the book and they already used the passcode, so it's a one-time thing.
Then just do the free one. Yeah, just do the free one. So I think this is well worth the effort and well worth the time to do. And then that being said, again, that's only going to make life easier all the way around. That being said, Jim Quick has, I never did this when he did his webinar a while. He has your type of brain test.
Yeah.
You can take a quiz, and I put that out on, it's Jim Quick brain. I put it on my Facebook page link today, but it tells you how you think. You're either a dolphin, an owl, a cheetah, or an elephant. And I took the test today, and this is about how you think. And I'm an instinctive doer. I'm a cheetah. And how ironic is that? Because my true
Chronotype.
nature, right? My true nature with direct, with live your nature, live your truth, the whole dress your truth is about being, right? It's this whole, it goes completely true to my nature. So I wore my cheetah necklace today so you guys could see. I'm
You
being
just happen to have that.
I
Yes.
literally have this. I literally have this because of Kate helping me integrate my new identity
Ah,
from the outside in, all the color work and the new clothes and all of that. Literally, I never owned a thing that was anything near leopard or animal print ever, ever, ever.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
now I have I love it, you guys. I feel so at home in it. And I would never have purchased anything like this in a million years, right? So I find it hilarious that I end up having a cheetah brain because I love this stuff. And who knew? It wasn't me. I didn't know because I was too busy pretending to be doctor and too busy pretending to be everything for everyone and saving the world with my cape on, right? So I was too busy like being professional to actually be myself. So, just really embrace all this stuff and I love get the book what is it called? Be True to Your Nature, whatever the book is called. It's great
Trust
stuff.
your truth. Something about your truth.
Well,
Live your
I
truth.
have
Live
the
your
book.
truth.
I have the book,
you
and I have
do.
I've read parts of it, and I have the workbook or the workbook to go with it. So, I should get busy and do this some more. But I don't
Oh,
have the I don't have a brain. I don't know which brain to work on.
well, you can take you can take the quiz now. Let me pull up that link. But
And ladies, I have to tell you, I just had the pleasure of visiting Dr. Amy's house and saw her closet.
That
I
Kate
was
organized.
so blown away. I walked in and it was this just sea of color and prints and this whole rack of necklaces and accessories and things I would never, ever, ever, ever thought I would see in her closet within
That's
her
right.
world.
Yeah, you
It
knew
was
her
like,
before, so
oh yeah, it was like,
that's a really a good impression. Yeah.
oh yeah, it was like, whose closet is this? Who is this person in here? And it's her, and it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, seeing her on occasion when she dresses for the meetings and things like that's one thing, but when you see it all in this sea of clothing, it's like, oh my gosh, someone robbed her and threw in another person.
I'm gonna drop her.
It was amazing.
yeah, it was so much fun. We had so much fun seeing each other in person. It was just a
Oh,
blast.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just a blast. I put the quick brain test in your text, Betty, and I put it in
Thank
the
you.
chat, and I put it the quick brain test, so you can do it. It's also in the
Okay.
Facebook chat group.
And I talked to Dr. Michelle at 2:30 today, so maybe she can help me if I'll look at it, and if I have problems, she can help me walk through that. So
Yeah, and this is
yes,
all
she's so good. She's so good.
this is all part of our integration at the end of the life book, right? In section 3, after we get through our weight loss and we integrate our well-being and healthy eating for life, which we're getting to. And at the end, we're rocking that, right? And now we're really putting on that new identity, but you can start now on the new identity. I mean, there's no reason
Yeah.
why it's only going to help you get there
Yeah.
easier, faster, more efficiently, more effectively. I couldn't have done it alone. Kate, I have to give all the credit to her, quite frankly, at all of it, and Carrie too.
Yeah.
Because
Amy still messages Kate at 2 a.m. What should I wear tomorrow? Does this work?
yeah, and
But
Roxy,
even Dr. A, going back to habits of health, it all relates.
Yeah.
Because his theme was, why do we have so much trouble accepting ourselves?
yes,
Because
And
we have our physical brain, knowledge and facts and data, but we have our mind. And he explained the difference between mind and brain. And the
yes,
mind is what controls our lives, and that can be good or bad, depend on what mood your mind is in, who's driving that day. But think of it like it's your hardware is your brain and your software is your mind. We need upgrades. We need to refresh, you know, and we have to go back and check, are we being authentic? Is this our true self, or is it the icky sauce that's,
Well,
you know,
that's it.
repressed or unprocessed emotions?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it really creating your new self or bringing out your real self?
It's bringing out
Yeah.
your real self.
Yeah, I like that.
It's bringing out the
Yes.
real self that was plastered over with all kinds of poop, right?
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of poop
And-
on top.
Yeah, that's what I've learned with years of trauma therapy and different types of psychotherapy and emotional freedom techniques. You're not changing who you are, you're just revealing. You're just
Revealing.
all
Yeah.
that slime in the butterfly in the cocoon. But when it comes out, it's different than the caterpillar that went in.
Yep.
But it's taken off the layers. Once you take off the ugly layers of things we're trying to present ourselves to be, to please somebody probably,
Yep.
or fit
Yeah.
in the constructs of what is acceptable in society.
Correct.
But we're actually getting to our true self, which is inside.
Yeah. And Roxy, you've been working with this too. We have a little chat group going with Kate, and we're always looking, what do I wear with this? Right? What, you know, and
Yeah, all the time.
you?
When I met Kate, Kate, she put everything together. So like shoes, accessories, everything. And so every time I wear exactly that she said, I get complimented. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
because, you know, sometimes I try to do my own. I was like, I even think, notice myself there, not as good as she's like amazing doing that.
Yeah, and it was like exactly a year ago, so photos popped up in
Yeah,
memories.
I wish I can.
And Kate was telling me that Amy's in one dressing room and Roxy's in the other, because they're both the same type for their colors and the same size.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you should have that. Oh, you should have that. I want that one.
Yeah.
That's
So much,
Oh,
so much fun. So
They
yeah,
are
let
fun.
your
Make
real
it fun,
self,
right?
let your get to know your real self in there, guys, with all these tests, and embrace it and love it and love on her, right? Love on her, because she's in there, wants to get out of this other stuff. So Monday night, anybody who is on Monday night listen to a recording or no? Kathy, you didn't know?
I was.
You were?
No, I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Didn't watch it.
How about Sharon, were you on? Anybody else on Monday?
I-
Margot?
Yeah.
Sharon,
Yeah.
do you have notes for Monday?
I
Yeah. Yeah. A couple.
Or Kathy, Lifebook notes. Love to hear it.
I just
Yeah, let's start with Sharon.
highlighted a couple of things.
Sharon got it.
How can I make healthy nutrition to fuel my body? That, you know, it was about the lean and green. Darker the green helps you stay lean. So stay in the green. And
You guys know what that means? You remember the color charts?
yes. Yes.
Yeah, stay in
Yeah.
the green. Lean. Yep, the lean and green lifestyle.
and the lean and green has, one of the speakers said the lean and green has helped make it second nature to get out of the diet mentality.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Anything else, Sharon? I don't want to.
Blake said he didn't think about fueling his body. He had focused on what I was feeling about eating. He wasn't thinking about fueling his body, but he had focused on what he was feeling about eating. Feeling about what he was eating, maybe.
Yes.
Could that be a slippery slope? If you're feeling about it, I don't know.
I think that's what he was saying, was that his realization was
Oh,
was
okay.
eating always based on how he felt
Yeah.
about
Yeah. See, to me, that would.
Yeah.
and that's the slippery slope you want to get away of. But just I eat
Okay.
lean and green, right? I choose. Yeah, that's the freedom part. Isn't that the point, Sharon?
Yeah, I think my notes weren't very good, but yeah, eating
Yeah.
what he was feeling how he was feeling instead of thinking about how he was fueling his body.
Yeah. Sharon, you've been doing this for a while now. Is a lean and green lifestyle easier for you now? Is it something you think about, or is it more second nature to have a lean and green?
Yeah, it's second nature,
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
bread doesn't even go on my list, right?
Yeah.
I don't even, like, do you feel like that, Sharon? Like it's not even on your list? Like the pastas and the stuff, it's not even.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, pasta, no. I have bread, I have bread once in a while.
Yeah.
But it's not an everyday,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind
No,
of
not
thing.
every day.
So when
I
you're
mean,
when you're thinking about making meals, right, and you got the grocery list and you've got your leans and your greens and you got your occasional other things, but to me it's just like a no-brainer. Like we haven't stopped eating lean and green for 5 years, and it's just a no-brainer. We just love it.
Yeah.
We love our food. We eat tons of it. I eat a lot of food, trust me. But it's second nature for sure.
I mean, using the 4 components of the plate too,
Yes.
25% of each, so
Yes.
that incorporates a grain once,
Yep, the plate rule. Well, yep, absolutely.
It's good.
Absolutely. Yeah. So and you can download those charts. Don't forget, habitsofhealth.com.
Yeah.
Download the charts. Make sure you have them when you're putting your grocery list together, right? Margot, you're not even thinking about lean and greens anymore either. You're just like,
It is second nature. It's like, I mean, one of the things that it refreshed for me on Monday that I don't even think about anymore was when you're doing your lean and green meal, that you got to have a protein, you got to have a healthy fat or oil, you got to have some kind of veggies
Yeah.
or whatever, and then your condiments but when you put it together, it's like if I have something where I have bread today, I won't have pasta or I won't have potatoes. If I have potatoes tomorrow, I won't have pasta or bread. It's like I know if I have one major carb at a time, I don't ever have them all together. As much as I love pasta and garlic bread, I don't do it.
Yeah.
And I don't even think about not doing it. It just isn't in my world. I don't do it.
How about you, Kathy? This is second nature to you now, or how you're cooking for your hubby who's not necessarily lean and green, or how is that working for you?
Well, he cooks a lot too, so he likes to cook. So but I mean, he's really good about knowing what I'm eating now, so it all works out. And I've actually got him to eat some of the potatoes, that garlic.
Yeah.
So like if we do have potatoes, we eat those, and he's okay with it. So
wow. So
that's a big step.
He'll eat some Octavia potatoes instead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Because he likes meat and potatoes pretty much every night. So I was like, we can't do that, or rice, or so I got him to eat them. So he eats them.
Wow, that's good. Everybody, round of applause.
Yes.
Yay.
But
yeah, new category, heavy wins.
That was a huge win. I'll tell you what.
Heavy win.
Because at first I was just eating him. Yeah, at first I was just eating him. And then I said, well, do you want to try it? So yeah, he did. And now we eat them together. So that's good.
Oh, it makes a great side. It's low. There's no blood sugar spike. It's got all the vitamins, minerals, nutrients in it. It's a way better choice to eat alongside a lean and green meal even. That's fantastic.
And plus it's a measured serving. It's a serving. And Americans have a chance, if this is good for me, then this is probably better for me.
Then a lot is better. That's right,
Yeah.
Betty. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of girl too, especially
so he
potatoes.
doesn't have a problem cooking lean and green, Kathy. Then he kind of thinks that way too now.
Yes.
That's awesome. And Sharon, you're the cook in your house, so your husband doesn't, right? So he has to eat what you make, right?
He eats what I make.
Yeah,
but does he eat it willingly or does he complain?
Well, he doesn't really complain. I do lean and green, a lot of the lean and green recipes, and He just, you know, we've replaced pasta, you know, I mean, spaghetti, squash, you know, that kind of thing, zucchini with pasta. And I mean, I get most of that from my garden.
Spaghetti squash versus pasta, zucchini squash versus pasta.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I've
and
been doing that too. And the
I mean,
mashed
you
potatoes
throw
has kind of
stuff,
been my
you
staple.
know, they've got great recipes that you throw your protein, you know, on top, and your veggies, and you've got your lean and green. And yeah, we have the like decadent chocolate brownies or whatever, and the pudding. That's kind of our, like, I throw those out there, and yeah, he'll eat those.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and bars, you know, when we're on the go, you know, I'll offer a bar, and because I'm going to have one, so he'll generally have one too. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Deb doesn't have to worry about it because she doesn't have a hubby to work around. But
Just me.
Has that become kind of second nature to you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I'm not as good at the healthy fats, like measuring how much I'm supposed to have. So that's part of my stuckness.
And so, Sherry, are you gonna have you know, is Steve gonna be good with the lean and greens with you? Is he gonna be on board for healthy proteins and veggies when you get started?
Yeah, he's been talking about that for a while. That's what he wants to do, is us just he wants to cook up like chicken breast and things like that ahead of time to have for snacks for him and for his lunches, because he takes care of his lunches, and he doesn't mind doing like chopping up all the veggies and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask Sherry, how was your big zucchini from your garden? Did you end
We're
up making
going
a
to do
lasagna?
that. We're going to do that probably tomorrow and invite Tina and Jamie over, because she's the one that helped us with the garden so much.
Yeah.
And so that really helped.
Sherry,
Although
you gotta look up zucchini pizza. Everybody made zucchini pizza. You guys, the lean and green recipe called zucchini pizza. It's the bomb. It's a pizza casserole with zucchini, and it is so awesome. It's a great lean and green.
Yeah, he's not wanting to do that one healthy. So he's wanting to do that Cajun recipe. So I'm gonna take advantage of doing it. He's gonna stuff it with and do that before I start my my meal plan. So I'll live it up and then get going.
We have to work in those husbands. Betty, do you cook, or is your husband the lean and greener? Is he? You got him trained?
No, he cooks at the frozen food section. He goes in there and buys a box. He does that, and I do my food, so I do my own food. And once in a while, I'll cook, and I'll cook something up that he will eat. But no, in fact, that's where he got into trouble, and the doctors got on him, and now he's eating healthier, a little bit healthier, which is for a short time. But no, I did want to say, or there someone who said puddings. You know what? I found out I don't like the milkshakes. When I drink the milkshake, I drink that down, and then it's like, where's my food? I want something to chew on. So what I have done is I take the thing. I only put 3 ounces of water in all the milkshakes and stir them up, put them in the refrigerator. And then at night, I have that pudding. So I have the peanut butter pudding or the vanilla pudding, or I make all of those chocolate things. I make them all into puddings. And that's usually what I have at night, because then it's like, okay, it's not a bowl of ice cream, but I don't miss the ice cream because
But you know
I
what,
have my
Betty?
pudding.
You know what, Betty? You can put it in the freezer. That's what my husband does, and it becomes ice cream.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's
Put
a
it
good
in the
idea.
Put it in the freezer. You can have peanut butter ice cream. Butterscotch ice cream is my favorite. I love that.
Yeah.
And do you do this the full amount of liquid, Amy?
Yeah, you just put in like less liquid, or I
Yeah.
put in
So like what you're doing, Betty.
Yeah, I do usually do 3 ounces just because otherwise it's too runny. But if you put it in the freezer, when then you'd have more to eat if you did 4 ounces or something like that.
Yep, take
Yeah,
a strawberry shake and make it strawberry ice cream, guys. It's great.
Oh, I'm gonna try that.
Butterscotch ice cream is the bomb, and I love even the cinnamon roll one is great as ice cream.
Okay.
Or blended with ice if you want like a slushy.
Now today I tried something new. I took the pancake, which I don't like the pancake. It's too dry for me. But I put the pancake and the strawberry, mixed them together, and what I did was I made them into pancakes. Kept adding water till it was right consistency, and then I made 2 meals out of it. So I had it at 6, and then I had it at 8:30 this morning.
You can also put them in a muffin tin and make shake cakes, little cupcakes.
Oh, that would be cute too. Yeah.
Or mug cakes. Yeah, because they don't come with the container anymore. I kept my little paper containers.
Yes.
Whoa, are you jealous? Because now you got to make them in a mug.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what?
But I don't have a microwave, so this works for me.
Did you have notes on the life book, Kathy, that you took, or?
I did not. This has been not a good week for me. We lost a huge tree in the storm on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
So, but I lost weight because I was out there chopping on this tree. I mean, we were using muscles we didn't know we had, and then
well, good for you.
Yeah, it was sad though. It was a big tree. It gave us a lot of shade, and now it's gone. So
that's very sad.
But it didn't fall on the house.
It did not. I mean, the leaves were touching our windows that go into our living room, but the windows didn't break. And the guy that came out to look at it said 2 of the branches like dug into the ground, and he said that's what helped it not go flying through the window.
Oh,
it was just a nuisance. I mean, we had nothing ruined or anything other than we lost this beautiful tree, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I had a tree fall on my house and right in the middle, and we had a tornado, and we had just gone down into the basement, and within 5 minutes that tree came, and that's where I was, came through that roof. And so I got a new kitchen out of it, so that was okay. New living room, new kitchen.
Stressful at the time.
I was in the basement. I mean, I've never seen wind like this in my life, and we were in the basement. So, they said it wasn't a tornado; it was just high winds. Yeah, it's crazy.
Straight line winds. Yeah.
Carrie, I have to. She took 3 or 4 pages of notes on Dr. A's thing on Tuesday. Anybody else go to listen to Dr. A yet? No.
Not yet.
Do you want to share your takeaways from Dr. A? You guys, he gets on there live. You can get on there live and talk to him, and he is talking real deal with people. Real deal. It's fun. What'd you get, Carrie?
Yeah, he was that was the accepting ourself and just the ego. This part hit me. We suffer because it's the ego that has expectations when the world or when things don't go the way we want it. The ego gets all wrangled, which I'm like, that was kind of a huge thing. And then he's the one that pain is going to happen, but suffering is optional. It's a choice if we stay in that looping mindset. So it's so nice to see how he worked with other people, and he was just working on, the bottom line was kind of just acceptance and gratitude, that we're on the perfect planet in the perfect place, not all coincidence. And yet his first guest that had a question, she revealed some deep trauma that she was going through, and she gave kind of a lot of details. And she's like, so how do I apply this? And he's like, get professional help.
Yeah.
He knows, he could have said something, but he's not going to step out of his bounds when it's like you need. Yes, the books are great. Use the books and all that, because she's been doing the work. She's realized where she was. It was amazing how clearly she expressed herself.
Yeah.
But I love how he said that. So heal yourself because you have a beautiful heart. But sometimes we need a different kind of doctor when it is that deep or that specific. But all of his points were so helpful, just coming back to seeing how the brain works, what's the difference between the brain and the mind.
Yeah. Gotta go to the mental gym every day. Mental
And-
gym is more important than anything else. The mental gym. Gotta 5 in 1 your brain. 5 minutes in the life book, 5 paragraphs or 5 pages, whatever you want to do in an audio video. Synergy they came up with a great word. I wanted to share this with you guys. We are called optivists. Can you see that? We're called optivists. An optivist, this is a new word. An optivist is someone who describes people, including all of us, who actively champion lifelong transformation.
Wow.
We are optivists. We all are, coaching or not coaching, we are all actively championing lifelong transformation with a mindset and community focused on continuous growth and empowerment. An optivist is a movement. Optivist is a movement. Opta is optimal, right?
Right.
We're optimal lifeists. We're not human. You know what I mean? Is that awesome?
Yeah.
Yes.
We are actively and in continuous growth and empowerment. We are optivists. We are championing lifelong transformation. That's all we do. That's why we do it, is because we want to save lives. Come alongside people, throw the dinghy out, throw the dinghy out, throw the life preserver out, and save lives. That's who we are.
Starting with yourself.
That's why we do what we do, saving lives, guys. Not what we do, but why we do it. So just remember that word. And then one other thing I got out of Jim Quick that I want to say, because we all have a level up goal for August, right? You had your own level up goal. What's next for you after the walking challenge, right? You guys remember what it is? Are you still on it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Jim Quick said this, and I've heard it a million times, and then we'll let Margot close. But I've forgotten this. I completely forgot this. Not only do you need the little micro habit, the tiny baby micro habit, but if you don't celebrate winning in a way that anchors it in your mind, it's like it never happened. So an anchor is giving yourself a high five, right? Woohoo! Or, saying, oh, good job, girl, or you go, girl, or literally doing something that celebrates your win. Something. It could be physical. You could pat yourself on the back. You could give yourself a high five. You could punch yourself in the shoulder. You can say, you go, girl. We do a little happy dance, whatever it is. It's got to be celebrated, because otherwise your nervous system doesn't even think it's important. The more important your nervous system believes it is and your brain believes it in, the more fun you have with that win, the more fun you have with the win, the deeper the change will be. Does that make sense?
Yep. And it's key, because it's that emotional element again. And at least 3 speakers on Jim Quick in the last 2 days.
You have to make the win fun. If it's just a check mark
created
on a box,
the word neuroplasticity.
Yes.
And she said that the way the neurons grow is with the emotional component. That's how you anchor a habit. It was like,
Dr. Michelle has been after me to find a reward. And that's so foreign. I'm going like, what? She said, not food, find a reward, find a reward. And I'm having a hard time with it, but this kind of makes me think, well, maybe it is important. I'll start with little rewards like this.
Yes, tiny.
Yeah. Because it's like
start small. Everybody emphasized that too. You don't grow a skyscraper first. You build a little deck of house of cards,
So what's a little phrase, right? What's a little phrase that you could do, right? Or gymnasts, right? They go like,
go girl,
right? They go, oh yeah. Or they go, oh yeah, right? Or they go like, you know what I mean? They high five each other. Like, what is it? What can be really emotional for you, right?
That would really, that would something.
When you hit the 3-pointer, you go, girl, right? Something like that.
Oh yeah, that was me. I did that.
Yeah. You could see that so much in the Olympics, especially in the gymnastics. When they finished a routine, it was like, yeah, or yeah. I mean, you could see they were telling themselves, I did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I nailed
Yeah.
it. I nailed it. Right? Like
Yeah.
maybe I nailed it, or it's I nailed that. Right? Whatever.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Did everybody see the Optavia commercials in the Olympics?
No, but you
No.
told me.
I was so cool. I was watching one of the gymnastic routines, and all of a sudden they come on with a commercial break, and there's Optavia, and I went, oh my God, at the Olympics.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, so cool.
That
So
is
cool.
because we are committed to lifelong lifestyle transformation, not diets. We're committed to live it. And this company is wealthy. They have a lot of money in the bank. There is no danger of it going out of business. It is a very smart company. Very smart people are running it.
No debt.
What?
They have no debt at all. That's what.
Yeah, no debt.
No
No
debt.
debt.
No debt.
No debt. This is a very strong company with very strong leaders who believe very strongly in lifestyle transformation. So we can hang our hats on that, and we're optimists and go team, right? So
Yep, because they started smart from the get-go.
I'm
Yeah.
thrilled. I can't believe they got that kind of cash to go on the Olympics, right?
Yeah, yeah. Whoa, big
How
time.
cool. How cool is that?
I'm
Those are our peeps. Those are our peeps.
Yes.
Group
Love it.
hug.
Group hug. Okay, Margot, do you have an inspiration for us?
Yep, get ready.
Okay.
Don't let go of hope. Don't let go of hope. Hope gives you the strength to keep going when you feel like giving up. Don't ever quit believing in yourself. As long as you believe you can, you will. Don't let anyone control your happiness. The control should always be in your hands, so it will always be within your reach. Don't let difficult moments make you want to quit. Be patient. Those moments will pass. By seeing them through, you exhibit the true winner within you. Don't hesitate to reach out for help, as we all need it from time to time. And don't wait for what you want to come to you. Once you have made your decision for what might be, go after it with all that you are. And don't feel like you've lost when plans or dreams fall short of your hopes. Anytime you learn something new about yourself or about life, you have progressed. Don't do anything that takes away from your self-respect. Feel good about yourself is essential to feeling good about life. Don't ever forget how to dream or believe. Grab on tight to what you want and don't let go. Your dreams may take a little longer than you like, but if you believe hard enough, you cannot fail. And most important, don't ever forget how to laugh or to be too proud to cry. And if you fall down, just stand back up. It is by doing these things that you are able to take life to its fullest.
Yes.
Awesome.
Very
Well,
good. Very
Hi,
good.
everybody. Can
and
you hear
with
me?
that.
That was great.
This is Sandy. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
I can
Sandy.
hear you, Sandy.
I'm in the car driving with the phone, and I could not figure out how to get off mute till this very minute, and I couldn't get my picture on. But I've been listening to the whole thing.
Good.
Yay.
We missed you.
Well, I was here. You just didn't know.
I knew you were there.
Sandy, are you back on track with Steve, or getting your rubber on the road now?
We're easing into it. He's gone for 4 days. Next week he'll be gone for 4 days. We're working on it.
You're moving in the right direction. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and I went kayaking at 7 o'clock before he left.
Awesome.
Nice.
Good.
Well, your shakes are on the way. I forgot to send them with Margot, so they're in the mail. Sorry, I had to pay $10.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Unfortunately, but thank you for the trade. That was wonderful. So, everybody, Sherry, welcome. We're so happy to have you. Group hug for Sherry. Jane, glad you made it.
Jane.
To everybody, thanks for taking the time, because this means a lot to everybody. So thank you. And everyone who listens to the recordings, thank you for listening. Right. We love you, and we'll see you. We'll see you soon. More later on Jim Quick. Carrie and I are back to Jim Quick now.
Bye.
Yeah. And if anyone else wants some humorous inspiration, tonight is Dave Blanchard.
Oh yeah.
With
Dave
the Karen Buxman.
Yep, I think Jane
So-
is planning on going tonight, so that's still
Yeah, Health and Hope nights. They're 2 times,
Yeah.
6 and 8 Central.
Yep.
But the link is in the email from this morning.
Margot,
Oh, there's Sandy.
you've been going every week, haven't you? Bye.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I just missed
so
when I came
inspiration
down to
all
you.
over the place.
Yep.
You love
Love
If you
you
want
guys.
inspiration, links, recordings, you just shoot a message. Amy's got a whole lineup.
Yeah, good job. Margot, you have to let us know what you're getting out of those next week, okay?
I will. I will.
All right, love you. Bye,
Love
guys.
you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And
Terry, so glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take the test now.
Yay! Let me know what brain you are.
Okay.
You too, Betty.
All right.
okay.
All right.